James just broke right before the show, out for the season, unfortunately, with a dislocated kneecap, I believe. I remember on Saturday, Coach Napier stated that it's an older injury that's kind of been in the background, and now it's obviously it resurfaced when did you see the football field on Saturday? Unbelievable, just disgusting. I have no clue what that was. I have no idea, but the whole thing was just tore up from the floor up. And now, obviously, they're trying to put blame on. That's why he,
I mean,
twisted his knee. But good.
that makes me wonder if any Georgia players have injuries too. I haven't looked.
I mean, I don't think it was like set up like that. But so he'll be out, which means it's going to put a lot of pressure on Scooby, Tarada Mitchell, Derek Wingo, who we haven't seen too much of, but I like his energy, so I'm not too worried about that. And then obviously Manny Nunnery is going to getting the start. So I'm looking at the depth chart now. So Scooby and Nunnery are going to be our 1-2 now with Tarada Mitchell and Derek Wingo. And again, all these guys, I mean, think about Mitchell. I mean, he was a transfer from Michigan, a senior. And so, look, there's got to start being some, critical evaluation because that was a Billy guy that he went after in the portal, and we haven't really seen much of him. He hasn't really been that effective. And that was a guy that Billy went after and, recruited. So, I don't know. There's a lot of question marks here, but it's unfortunate that Shemar goes down. It feels like, again, we had momentum, right? We beat South Carolina, big game. We get the recruit in LJ McCray, and then we roll into Georgia, and all the wheels just come falling off. Like it's like a step backwards. Cool. No, we're gonna turn the bus around. We're just gonna start over. We're gonna just, you know what? Just
Well,
just quit it.
there's a reason why I did not go off on the D-line coaches is because they're actually doing their job in recruiting. We just got to wait for them to get here. But yeah. Other than that,
Fair enough.
yeah. I mean, Shemar James being out is. I mean, you're missing a key piece there, especially from one of your linebackers. And now we get to see, who steps up. Manny Nunnery. I mean, you got Derek Wingo that could play. I mean, you got so many guys. Jaden Robinson that could play in that position as well. I mean, I guess it's kind of cool because we get to see like what the other guys are made of, but at the same time, it's really terrible to be missing such a good player there at a linebacker. Obviously, you still have Scooby Williams there, but I mean, missing Shemar James is big. It's huge, and Arkansas likes to run the football. I mean, their offense is not the greatest. Their offensive line isn't, but they did have a lot of close games. I mean, they had a close game with Alabama. I mean, Mississippi State, that was not a game to brag about. But I mean, if you look at like Arkansas's past like 3 or 4 games, they've been really close. They just haven't been able to get over the hump and win the football game. And I'm wondering if this will be kind of the same game here in the Swamp. I hope it's not, and I hope we just pull out a victory and win our 6th game of the season. And but as far as these people, I mean, look, you still have, I mean, Tyreek Sapp, he's out. You got Cam Jackson. They're both questionable. So we don't know if they're going to play or not, but I'm assuming they're out if they say questionable. But their offensive line isn't great anyway. I still think we win the football game. And when it comes, like, if you were to ask me right now, but KJ Jefferson, he's got some wheels. He can't really pass the ball that well, but he's got some wheels on him. So I'm curious to see, with the linebackers being out, if KJ Jefferson goes off for a run, what happens there? Does he go to the side where originally Shemar James would be, or does he go to where Scooby Williams is at? I mean, there's so many ways, I guess, that the Arkansas offense can attack you. And I guess we'll get into that later, especially since they,
Yeah.
fired their OC, and so we don't even really know what to expect. But I mean, it's going to be interesting, I think. But I still think, I mean, this team's 2-6 for a reason. I mean, but we tend to make teams that aren't great look good. So I mean, it's just it's what it is. What it is, I guess.
Yeah, look, it's a big blow to leadership too. Shamar James has definitely been a big, I would say, a voice in the locker room as alongside Cam Jackson and Tyreek Sapp. So those guys being questionable, I mean, we're over here running thin all of a sudden really quickly with the
And
line. So
that also comes to recruiting, man. Like if Georgia has an injury like that, next man up.
I mean,
Alabama
you
has an
saw
injury
it.
like that,
I mean, Brock
next man
Bowers went
up.
down, and I swear to goodness, the number 4, whoever that tight end was, I thought it was Brock Bowers just putting a jersey on. They kept showing Brock was on the sideline. I was like, I don't think that's the Brock Bowers. I think it's that's just a clone. I don't know what's going on. It's AI generated Brock Bowers on the sideline because I swear to goodness, he's wearing the number 4 jersey. Everyone's like, oh, like I was like, bro, I don't think we missed a beat. Like it
That was I
didn't
think
miss a
Delp
beat.
was place that game.
Yeah,
Ladd
help.
McConkey was
I called him help
burning it.
because I was going, help, please, somebody help and cover.
Help, please don't let him catch the ball anymore. Yeah,
Yeah,
help.
please.
No.
Yeah, Ladd McConkey had like 135 yards on us. So
On one play.
He was one of the wide receivers that your DB decided to play two-hand touch with every time he caught something across the middle. It seemed like the DB was more worried about the other DB coming the other way, making contact with him. Because like there was a DB that went low on a couple plays, and he was more worried about the DB taking out his own legs and kind of just two-hand touch the wide receiver than he was actually tackling the wide receiver. I don't know. There was a couple times where it just felt like the two DBs were almost scared that they were going to just knock each other out as opposed to the wide receiver. A couple times, actually.
Yeah, you know what happens when somebody catches a football and you just knock the hell out of them? They could possibly fumble the ball, but if they don't, I mean, at least you still tackled them, right?
That is true.
Look, I think the main consensus here is that look, the team feels like it's been a little soft in areas, and we've talked about that with Stephen Harris about just we need to see some more aggression, more heart on the football field. That guy across from you, he's got blood in his body, hit somebody, right, make that blood come out of his mouth, and we just haven't seen that. I mean, the tackling's been atrocious. And look, I think
it's football. It's football. That's what you sign up for. Knock the hell out of the son of a bitch.